NCRP Productions presents Torg Eternity by Ulisses Spiele. The Breifne Crown, Episode 23.
Hello everyone, and welcome to a Sunday of Possibilities. My name is Greg, and this is our Torg game and the adventure of the Breifne Crown. And let's have our players introduce themselves, starting to my left.
Hello, this is Tori. I'm playing Evangeline Francis, the monster hunter from Aurora.
And this is Shan, and I'm playing Azrael, the cyber witch from the cyber papacy.
Hey, it's Barry. I am running Max Elite, the freedom fighter from Tharkold.
It's Victoria. I'm playing Iara Bay, the elf necromancer from Isle.
And this is Aaron. I'm playing Ufa Ali, the marksman from the Nile Empire.
And we are in the Nile Empire. So can somebody give us a rundown of what happened last session, please?
I'll start. So we get an assignment where we have to go to Tripoli in western Libya, and we are to meet with Musa, who is the special agent in charge in that area. And we get some information that we also are going to go try to talk to a Professor Spartes at a university to hopefully recruit him to the Delphi Council, because he's got skills and knowledge that the Delphi Council needs desperately.
He is a renowned expert in reality.
He's got skills.
And he would tell you that.
Mad skills.
So we get there, meet Musa, learn that Mobius is mobilizing in Benghazi. And there's mystery men from Terra who are against Mobius. Anybody else want to interject?
I think wasn't there something that we realized that two of them were working in this area? Isn't that the connection?
Two were spotted.
There's the Raven and Ensign Egypt.
Correct.
And they work like for themselves. They don't necessarily work for the.
They're not Delphi.
Not for the Delphi Council.
Yeah. No, they are members of the Mystery Men, though.
Yes.
We get a really old Model T to drive there, and it takes about 12 hours. We're wearing era-appropriate clothing so we don't stick out horribly. We drive along the Libyan coastal highway to get there.
When we get into town, I mess up a bartering exchange, and I gain the notice of, I'm not sure, what was it, like a Oriental dressed man or Asian man dressed in like...
No, in desert garb.
In desert garb? Oh,
yeah.
okay. All right, I think I could have sworn that one of those things that I just...
I think the way he described it kind of made me think ninja.
Well, I was
wasn't.
thinking like the Insidious Wuhan. I was thinking of him, but not him, but someone dressed as him.
Just desert garb.
Just desert garb. But they were looking at our Model T as we drove away, and they were talking amongst themselves.
That's right. Specifically, Mustafa mentioned that there were Asians here, and that's strange for the Nile, or was it strange for here?
Strange for here.
Okay. Not that it's strange to have Asians in the Nile, but that they were specifically in this area.
In this area, correct.
And there's been like an influx of them.
And Mustafa was your friend.
Yeah, Mustafa was my friend.
Because somebody played a contact card.
Yes.
I did.
Yes.
Only after someone had played the romance card, and I had to be a romantic interest with Miss Jessica.
That was fun. Tori, you missed that.
Yeah,
Darn.
my face was bright red.
Dude, so I have this card. I'm like, oh, this will be funny. And then we're trying to get this Miss Jessica lady to tell us where this professor is. And I just pull it up, and she looks like, Victoria looks at me across the table going, so I hand it to her, and then she hands it to him, and he just glares at me from across the table. And I wish everybody else could have seen it. He just reads it, looks up, and goes,
frowns.
It was very unhappy.
But he had the choice. They swapped cards, and he decided to use it.
It worked to our benefit so much, so yeah.
That would have been a very
20 minutes later, she came out with some information.
Yeah, just saying.
That would have been a very interesting card to have in Tharkold.
Yeah.
Well, it's a different kind of...
But we got information that he was at a gentleman's club.
Yes.
The purring kitty.
The purring kitty. And that there was...
And Tori's out.
Oh, God. And we
hate missing games.
Yeah.
We went to go find him and had several ideas on how to get to where he was, which was he had the whole second floor. We tried multiple things, including Max tried to go just punch a guy to distract him,
Of course.
but
Sounds
was
like
not
Max.
very stealthy at that.
It works in Thargold.
Doesn't work everywhere.
No, I'm learning that.
6 other guards took notice, and he quickly veered off course.
But then got information from the
Bathroom
guy in the powder
attendant.
room. I forgot what is it's like
The bathroom attendant?
Yeah,
The
that's
janitor?
Yeah.
It has
Those
a
when you go to
better. It
fancy
has a
places,
better
like-
name.
It
Vegas
does
has
have like
those.
a
Yes.
They
bathroom
like hand you,
concierge.
yeah, like Vegas has
That,
those.
like,
Yeah.
Yes,
Dry your
it's
hands
a
for
better
you.
name. We make it sound terrible. It's like an elite position.
It is a very odd looking.
Where they hand you like the paper towels after you're done
Yeah.
washing your
A
hands.
warm
And
or
turn the
like-
lights off
tower.
for you.
But you're in the bathroom while other people are doing their business, and so
Right?
you smell shit all day long.
No, that's why you have the array of perfumes.
Yeah. It's not for the client, it's for the worker.
It's a restroom attendant.
Restroom attendant.
Restroom
Okay.
attendant. There we go. Okay.
There was a restroom attendant.
Definitely a job.
Definitely not a job we are making fun of. It's an
I don't
important,
want that.
Yeah.
necessary job
I'm
in
just
the
saying,
upper
if
crust
you're-
world. It's just not a
Yeah.
world we live in.
Yeah.
Some restroom attendants also provide services to the patrons and keep good order by preventing drug taking and fights.
What kind of services?
According
We
to-
don't ask that.
It's not about
This is the Nile Empire.
This is what
not
Wikipedia
discussed.
says.
But like a good restroom attendant in the Nile Empire, he had information.
Yes.
And I had things to trade. I just
And
don't remember what.
You gave him money.
Yeah, you
That's-
tried
you
to
just-
trade
Oh,
with
the
other
universal
Yes.
Yeah.
trade
Yes.
item.
Yeah, you
Okay.
tried that.
Good.
You tried to argue with him first, because that's what he, Ufa argued with the
That's right.
guy to,
At like the flea market thing?
at the
that
flea
we-
market thing. That
Haggle.
was how we, yeah.
Yeah.
And, which is not something we know how to
So
do.
you
Right.
tried to haggle
I
and it
did
didn't
because
work.
I thought that was the way it was done
Right.
here.
Yeah.
So.
No, money still
Money
talks.
talks. Yes.
So we got information that he was on the second floor. What was the other stuff? I don't think that was the only information he gave.
From the bathroom, I think that was the only
Yeah.
important information.
Yeah. Just about.
So
yeah.
you punched someone? And
No, he
then
tried.
I-
He was
I
going to
considered it.
punch. He was going to punch him, but he then just angrily walked towards him.
I look at it this way: it's learning the term "when in Rome."
Sounds like
Apparently,
Max
walking
needs-
up and hitting someone, which is completely normal in my world, is not normal here.
Actually,
Sounds-
It is at times.
It is at times.
Yes, and so when things start getting bogged down with planning, punch somebody in the face.
Which is why that was where we were at. We didn't know what to do, so I was like, "Well, go punch the dude in the face and distract him." But then there was 6. He went at him very aggressively to start with, and 6 other guys came out with weapons.
Sounds like Max needs some anger management classes.
Hey, I'm right here.
So then we convinced Ufa that this was his thing, and he could totally do it with all the confidence in the world, which he did it without any confidence in the
None
world.
whatsoever.
But he managed to get up there.
I did get up there and I turned around and gave you guys both a thumbs up, like, look it, I'm doing it.
Excited.
I'm doing it. And then I spoke with Professor Espartas, and at first it was a little unsuccessful in finding out exactly what we needed to find out. But I did find out that he was not a huge fan of Mobius, which was good. And then eventually I went back up there and got the rest of the plan together to have him give us the information we needed.
And what vital information did you get from Professor Espartes?
I can do that if no one else does. He talked to us about the crown. He was kind of vague in a lot of the things he was saying. We were each trying to fish our side and his side were trying to feel each other out. But what he said is he knows, or he thinks the shard may be on the Isle of Crete. Crete was run by a king Minos back in the day, who wore a crown when he ruled Knossos. And so maybe that's it. Maybe the tomb of the king Minos, the king of the Minoans, might hold the shard.
And he also said that
This-
there was reality washes,
Yes.
and if you are as super awesome as he is, you could read these patterns of reality washes, and that's why he thought Crete would be.
There would be
Where to look.
anomalies, and it was like where we found where there's 2 of the same cosms competing, right?
Mixed cosmos, yeah.
And then also brought up the crowns aspect.
Right. What he had said is that listening to, now we've started talking more, listening to the things that we had, he had figured out, or he believes he has figured out, that shards are in crowns. We found one shard in the crown in the Statue of Liberty. Potentially the second one may be in the literal crown in a graveyard in the tomb for the king.
And the eyeless shard was in the Breifne Crown.
Yeah.
So we now can think. Still don't have a piece of information for where it was, where the Tharcold shard was, what crown it was in, but maybe it doesn't matter.
He also, when we were trying to get information from him, we kind of were sneaky and were saying, well, if we had it from cyber papacy, where do you think it would have been? And he said in the Louvre.
Oh, that's right.
So, and then we said, that's not where we found it, because we weren't there.
We tricked him into giving us.
That was a good trick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good trick.
So,
And that's where, well, no, that's not where we left
there's
off.
something about Breifne Kings. I wrote down Breifne Kings.
Yeah, I don't have any information
I don't
for
remember that at all. I don't.
Yeah, I think that was just he was being a bit pedantic.
Okay.
Yeah.
But he doesn't seem pedantic at all.
So we leave the gentleman's club.
The purring kitty said.
Which while the purring kitty. Which while we were in the purring kitty, what was her name again?
Lounge
The
singer.
performer
Donna Delight.
Donna Delight had come up and had been serenading everybody while we were within the lounge, the purring kitty, and then we left. We also, when we went into the purring kitty, we just walked through a broken window because there had been a fight, but we walked out the front door.
Yeah, because the window had been fixed by that time.
Yes, yeah.
Apparently they have 24-hour service for window
Yes.
fixing for glazers. Yeah.
It's it's a high industry in the aisle.
Yes,
Window
that,
replacers.
that makes sense. And so as we left, Donna Delight greeted us with 2 pistols in our faces
In full tactical getup.
in full tactical.
Very different wardrobe.
In all her glory.
Yeah. And she was not Miss Jessica. We thought maybe that was the case at
I was
first.
convinced that was the case, but it
with
was
a
not,
with a
apparently.
wig.
Yeah.
And that's where we round up last session.
Yes.
So when we pick up, you guys it's at night and you're walking back to Mustafa's from the purring kitty. And when you round the corner, stepping out of an alleyway, you end up you recognize Donna Delight. She's dressed in tactical kit, so very different than what she was dressed in. And she's holding out 2 black pistols at your group. And she says, "We need to talk."
Well, you have the upper hand at this point. Spread out.
I started moving to the left a little bit.
Was that not loud enough for the podcast? Spread out.
Please don't move.
I don't like talking with guns pointed at me.
I understand. I don't like pointing guns, but I need to know why you visited a Professor Esparte's.
Well, I mean, he's
a renowned professor. In
words
his,
right out of my mouth.
in his study.
I understand. I'm not your enemy. To prove that, I will lower my guns. She lowers them, so Morat just kind of low ready.
It is everything Max can do not to say, "Get her!"
Yeah.
And he's feeling the pull from the Nile Empire already.
Please, I am not your enemy. There are other parties in play, and I need to determine what side you're on in this war.
Well,
What
the
side
side
are
that
you-
wasn't aware of the war.
As you guys are now talking to her, you can feel that she is possibility rated.
Which side are you on?
I am on the side that is fighting to keep my country alive and its own identity.
And it appears we're on the same side.
Not necessarily.
Unfortunately,
Which identity do you wish to keep?
she kind of takes a step back and just does a quick glance, and making sure that there's nobody listening, no eavesdropping. She says, "It's not safe to talk here. I'm trusting you since you have me outnumbered. I have a safe house nearby. Will you accompany me?"
I'm going to look at everybody.
I'm going to look at you.
Well, I'm looking at everybody else just to,
I'll give you one single nod.
you
Yeah,
know,
a nod
like, what,
too.
how does everybody else feel about this? Get some nods, and I'll nod at her, and then start walking.
If at all possible, as we begin walking, I'd like to do something with my radio. So please let me know what the situation is like. If she's following close or anything like that.
Okay. So as you guys start walking, she lowers her guns and kind of moves her head down into the direction of the alley, and then she falls in behind, and you can hear her actually holster and the snaps in place of the holsters. Again, I apologize. We have to meet this way. It's going to be 2 more blocks along this, and then a left by the big dumpster. So you can attempt to do whatever it is that you're trying to do.
She's following close behind us, so I don't know if I want to do it. I was gonna use the radio to call Mustafa, but no.
Is anybody doing anything while walking?
I'm staying to the side so I can still see her.
Yeah,
Okay.
She's not like directly behind me.
Okay.
just paying attention.
Okay. Max and Mufa, you guys doing anything?
No, I'm still walking. I'm watching Azrael for cues.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing.
All right. So when you guys move along, she doesn't say anything. If no one says anything to her, she's not going to say anything either. And then when you get to the big dumpster, she says, right past that dumpster, there's a deep alcove with a set of stairs that leads down. That's the safe house that we have. I could enter first if you feel safer.
Yes.
Yes, please do.
So please take a few steps beyond the doorway.
I'm watching Azrael.
I'll
Okay.
step in and turn right and look.
So she moves forward, keeping an eye on you guys, kind of takes a few steps backwards, pretty tentative so that she doesn't fall. She reaches out, unlocks the door, says something in a different language, and then she looks back at you. She says, I'm just announcing that I'm here with friendlies.
What language do you speak that
Yiddish.
in? Okay, very good.
And she steps in. Do you guys follow?
I'm gonna poke my head in.
So you poke your head in, and what you see is basically like a single, what do you call it? What those apartments, just like a studio apartment.
Studio, yeah.
So a studio apartment with a bed set up, bathroom, kitchen area. The whole room is only maybe about 400 square feet. And inside cooking is another male. When you look at the male, you can feel that he is also possibility rated. And you can see that he appears to be very fit, very lithe, and he's wearing a drop-down holster on his left-hand side. What do you guys do?
When I hear her speak, and I mean, I feel like from this particular area, I might actually understand that was Yiddish.
Yeah.
You could see me relax a significant amount as I walk in.
So you guys see, you don't hear the sigh of relief, but you see the body language on Ufa of, okay, the shoulders, become untensed and just kind of gets into a relaxed posture.
And if he feels safe here, I feel safe here because this is not my realm, it's his.
Okay. Does everybody come in?
Yes,
Who was the last to enter?
I will be.
She
Unless
asks,
somebody specifically wants me to go before.
she asks you to close the door.
I will.
Please forgive the way that I had to introduce myself. I'm sure you have questions. Please ask your questions, and I will answer to the best of my ability.
What war were you speaking of?
The possibility war, of course.
And which side are you on?
I am on the side of my country.
And that country is?
You would know.
That'd be Israel?
Yes.
Yeah. Israel.
Yes.
Israel. Okay.
Which means she's against Mobius.
Oh, well, that's good.
It was the one country to be able to stop him in his tracks. At least from expanding past into their country.
Is it still, and I don't feel uncomfortable because she is possibility rated, is it still part of Core Earth?
Technically, yes.
Technically.
For now.
So we were able to stop that bastard by threatening to nuke the entire show. We realized that our new weapons actually do have the potential to hurt the invaders.
And why haven't they been used then?
Because that son of a bitch has his reality bombs, and that's how he was able to not defeat, but stymie our military, and powers that be ended up putting a temporary truce between our two forces. But it's only a matter of time before he decides to invade.
And what are you doing out here?
We were assigned to surveil Aspartes.
By who?
Probably more important to find out for what reason.
To answer your question, let me first ask, are you Delphi?
We are.
We are not. We were sent here by the Mossad,
What is that?
our country's intelligence services.
Why have you not joined the Delphi Council? You know of them. You spoke as if you knew of them.
Because the Delphi Council doesn't have Israel's best interest in heart. We do.
Isn't the Delphi Council's interest saving Core Earth and removing the invaders?
Which doesn't necessarily mean Israel. Countries here were left be... She takes a calming breath. Countries here were left defenseless because it was strategically accepted loss for Core Earth and the Delphi Council. We don't see Israel as an acceptable loss.
Obviously, you've held on strong.
We have. That's something I think Max, could respect.
Oh, it is. It definitely is. My people are fighting for their world as well. I understand very well what you're going through.
So, I'm glad, thank you. But we were sent here to surveil Aspartes, and recently there have been several entities that come to visit. You are not the first to see him.
Do you think we are the first to offer him to join us?
No. I know that is not true.
But he so far has chosen not to.
As far as we can tell, no, he has joined no faction.
Have you attempted to get him to join yours?
We do not work that way. We surveil, determine, and conduct a threat assessment, and if need be, eliminate the threat.
So far you have not found him to be a threat.
Not yet.
Would he become a threat if he joined the Delphi Council?
No, not immediately. But as of right now, the Delphi Council is not a threat either.
Are you really Donna Delight? Is that your given name?
One eyebrow kind of shoots up, and she says, "Sure."
I'm not reading people well. Is she being serious?
Mossad is a secretive organization. She probably wouldn't give you a real name if she did give you a name.
Okay. And what about, we've heard of people who wear masks. Are you one of them?
Mystery men.
Yes,
Yeah.
the mystery men. Are you one of them?
No.
Have you met them?
No.
Okay. Do you view them as a threat?
No.
A lot of no's. This is good.
My internal monologue is thinking, I don't believe
Any of
100% of
those
what
no's.
she's saying.
What would you like with us? Why did you
Why did you
us?
visit Aspartes?
I would assume that you would understand it's for the same reason the others have visited him.
Mobius sent an envoy to visit him to recruit, and then, not 3 days ago, an envoy of Asian men also visited him too. I was unable to ascertain what the nature of that conversation was, and then now here is Delphi Council and Storm Knights visiting him. Why
Now you
is...
say
The
that,
council needs his help.
and you also said Storm Knights, which is to suggest that the Asian men were not?
Not that we could tell. We definitely know they are not Delphi, though.
And Mobius himself met with him?
He sent an envoy.
That envoy also was not hospitality rated.
That envoy was. Forgive my skepticism, but I don't believe that this is just a simple recruitment. The coincidences are too great, and one damn thing I learned about this fucking cosm is there is no such thing as a coincidence in the Nile Empire.
What other reason would we be here?
That's what I would like to know. If nothing else, I would like to know how my country can prepare for whatever the fallout is of your actions.
Whatever the fallout would be of us trying to recruit the professor into the Delphi Council. We don't know why he's so coveted, but his expertise in reality is what the Delphi Council's seeking.
And obviously everybody else.
I'm not in a position to force the information out of you. If you're not going to tell me, I actually do understand. But I'm also not going to patronize you either and continue to ask or make a plea to your good nature to tell me the information. I can help.
I imagine that while you are of Mossad, whatever that is, that the people that run Mossad do not tell you everything about what their plans are.
Of course not.
We do not know all of Delphi's plans either. We are a small team that go do what we are asked to do. And this was one of the things we were asked to do.
So the nature of my employment requires me to be able to think freely and act freely out in the field with knowledge that I act for the sole purpose of the survival of my country. Is that not the same with your team? Which means that, or at least implies, you have the freedom to be able to divulge information to a potential ally.
I'm pretty sure I did divulge to you exactly what we're here for.
Very well.
On a disconnected note, we heard of an island. It was supposed to be beautiful to go visit. A place called Crete. Have you been by any chance? Is it worth seeing?
No.
No, you haven't? No, it's not worth seeing.
No, I haven't.
Is there a place that we should go visit?
Hawaii.
It's not a name I've heard. It doesn't sound like a place in this area. Where is it located?
Visit Samoa.
Okay. Samoa.
They're nowhere near here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you're being funny. At my expense.
I will walk you out. She gets up, opens the door, kind of holds it open for all of you.
I'll step out.
I'm leaving.
Yeah. I leave as well.
As everyone walks out, she walks down the street with you guys. Anybody saying anything, do anything while you're walking down to the alley?
I'm watching Azrael.
Azrael, anything?
No, my internal monologuing is that I'm not just going to walk into every cosm and tell people who say that I feel are, possibility rated, we're looking for Breifne shards.
Right.
Do you want to help
Yeah.
them? So I'm not just going to be like, you want to come?
Fine, we answered the question that she asked.
Like, what were we talking to him for? To recruit him to the Delphi Council. That's why we were here.
Yeah.
The end. I am not going to go on spreading, so I'm not saying stuff, and I'm hoping everybody else is catching on that I'm not.
Yeah.
Oh, I caught on.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
So, and
Hang
she's
on.
not.
Hang on.
Well,
I
Viva
keep
was
forgetting
there.
that there's something else I do besides fail in combat. Give me a sec. I need to look up what telepathy does.
Well, if Eva was there, she would definitely be making some snide-ass comments. Sounds like somebody needs some chocolate to calm down.
Or to ride a dinosaur.
Yeah, that would
You know what would make you feel better?
that would
Riding
make
a
me feel
dinosaur.
better.
Trust me. It does.
You should try out the Living Lands. It's great.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't change.
Okay, telepathy is not
Go look for the
mind
the
reading.
bigger the dinosaur,
Damn
the
it.
friendlier it is.
Yeah.
Especially ones with the big teeth.
Yeah. I know it sounds off-putting.
Won't be able to do what I was thinking. All right, back to being useless.
So, as she walks you out to the street, she stays back into the alley, and then as you guys are moving out onto the street from the alley, she says, "Just be known that if your actions do actually come to harm Israel, we won't stop just because you're Delphi Council."
Is this Israel close? Is that why? You keep talking about Fallout, but usually Fallout is less than 10 miles out from the explosion. I'm confused why you're concerned about Fallout. Is the country close?
Educate him.
Sounds like
And she
that.
turns and walks away.
I'm like, so anyways, Israel is a little bit further north than Cairo, which is then another... Oh, I'm sorry, Benghazi, Cairo.
Isn't there water between where we are and Israel?
You could go... I mean, there is... You have to cross the Nile, but...
The straight direction, to go straight.
Yeah, it's straight. It's across, yeah.
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 The long way.
The-
you can
yeah.
avoid the water.
You still have to cross the Nile, but yeah.
At some point, you're going to have to cross a very large
Yeah.
river.
Or at least a bunch of smaller rivers, because the Delta does its thing, so...
And I'm going to lean in and say we need to do whatever we have to do and avoid fallout with Israel because...
Which should
Well, I thought what we needed to do was get to Crete. I mean, that's the majority.
Bang! A ball rains out to the night.
Christ.
Good Lord, my heart stopped.
Freaking woke me up.
I've suddenly got two guns in my hands.
Yeah, my
And I've
lightning's
got
crackling.
my other hand on on the radio, ready to pull it out.
Can't quite tell where the gunshot came from, as it just kind of reverberates and echoes off of the buildings from this downtown area.
I'm going to start
when you get off the street.
like stealth running. Like I'm not like running loudly, but I'm like quick walking
Yeah,
back to Mustafa's.
yeah. I'm getting on the radio. Mustafa, come in. Mustafa,
A little bit of crackle. He's like, "I'm here."
is that you? You safe?
Yeah.
All right, we're coming to you.
Okay.
And then just radio off.
I get off
Aaron.
the...
Raise your voice.
Oh, okay.
You're the quietest you've been since you've gotten here
Yeah.
playing. All right, go ahead.
I get out of the middle of the street or alleyway. Just get to the side.
I'm going to follow wherever
I'm
Azrael's running.
walking on the edges of buildings and in the shadows, going down alleys.
Yeah.
So if everyone's kind of heading down like that, I need you guys to roll a stealth. Everybody.
I rolled a 20,
15.
19.
20.
17.
Wow, you guys are definitely stealthy as all hell.
You scared the crap out of us.
But it makes sense, especially when if the sniper's on board. So are you guys' cosms just kicked in, and you make your way very stealthily down back to Mustafa's.
As we're going, I'm looking, I'm trying to see any shadows moving or any kind of movement that seems different from what it's supposed to be.
Roll find.
Rereading my ability. Telepathy basically allows me to connect minds, and I probably should have been using it a whole lot more, but reading it right now, I'm going to connect the three of them with me, assuming that I succeed, which comically...
You need new dice, Barry.
I know. I definitely know.
You roll horrible.
It is still a 17, no. I'm
Whoa.
sorry. It's still a 13.
Wow.
No?
That was
Nope, it's a
excellent.
9. I can't add.
It's a 17!
That's a 9.
It's a roller coaster of emotions.
13. No,
How
it's
did
a
you
9.
do that? How did you
I-
go from a 17 to a 9 when you rolled a 5?
Because in the last
That's a
week I
minus
played
4.
D&D, I played... Anyway,
I rolled a 15. For sure.
So, as you start looking up on the rooftops, the shadows that fall just because of the terrain and the geography is nothing that you're used to. And what you do feel, though, is the sense of all of a sudden the world of Nile now has its gaze on you.
We're being watched.
how do you know?
I just look at you. I know.
Okay.
But you make your way to Mustafa's uncontested.
I knock lightly on Mustafa's door.
And so he see movement as he coming in and just kind of opens up the little curtain and then sees you guys, opens the door, and he's telling, come in.
And I shuffle in
Yeah.
and ask him, did you hear that gunshot?
What gunshot? No. Is that what you were asking about?
Yeah.
No, my friends. I have not. Come on.
All right. Close the door.
Yeah. And I'm like, I peek out and shut them, make sure they're all tight. The lights are turned down a little bit.
Ava's in the living room, so he made you a nice dinner.
And we'll
And-
update her about everything that happened in the club.
Okay.
The purring kitty.
The Purring Kitty Gentleman Club.
I think we need to leave.
Yeah. What is our next step? Are we going to Crete? Are we going to try and do more with this doctor? Professor?
Do we have a way of contacting Jones?
Radio?
I mean, it's a short...
I don't
wave,
I
but-
don't know. We can certainly try.
I think that we do need to give Jones the information that we have.
I would think so
gotten.
too.
Yeah. So that way, no matter what happens.
What do you have here? What is your friend Mustafa? What do you have here for radio contact?
My time's done. I have no other information, just these little radios that we have here.
Yeah. So personal radios,
So it's
Short
not
range.
not something I can do.
Yeah, very short range, yeah. Unless you can redo it, but I don't know.
I don't see us communicating with Jones anytime soon. He might have to wait until we finish our mission.
It's nothing new.
It's been the same, just radio silence until we're done and we get to our extraction point.
Okay, so
Oh man.
I look at Mustafa.
you expecting anybody?
No, but I wasn't expecting you guys either.
Both guns out?
Grab my guns.
But I want to, is this a setup of the house conducive to us kind of being behind or hidden behind stuff so he can answer the door and we're not in plain sight?
Yeah, so the house is kind of set up, townhouse style. So the front door has the porch, front door open, hallway, kitchen.
Yeah,
Living
so
room.
we're off, out of sight of whoever's at the front door.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
And so he sees people pulling guns, hands start glowing, crackling with energy. And so Mustafa's like, should I be concerned?
Yeah, I would be.
You're
Do I not answer it then?
Answer the door.
Just answer it normally. Clearly they want to talk to you.
Yeah.
It would be
Okay.
more suspicious to not answer the door.
Ask who's there.
Right. So he goes walking to the front door. He's like, who's there? The power company. He looks back down the hallway. Is anybody sticking their head out?
Nope.
Nope.
I'm doing this.
I'm like,
Oh, you do stick your head out and do the cut your throat?
Like, don't.
Our power's on. That's perfect, thank you. We think that there might be a power leak. Mustafa kind of looks back at you guys.
I don't think power leaks.
Is there a back door or a way out besides the front door?
Just tell them they have the wrong house.
You have the wrong house. The house may blow up.
Then tell them you'll deal with it when that happens. Just tell them to go away.
Or like, we could tell it's a scam. Tell them they're scamming you.
You're scamming me. And then, kaboosh! The door just gets kicked in.
I'll step out with my lightning.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
step
I
out
got
with my guns.
both
Looks like they
guns
wanted
trained
to
in the
play.
Okay.
Mustafa, drop!
So, Mustafa's caught by surprise. So let's
Wrong
see.
house, bitches.
The door gets kicked in, but Mustafa does not get hit by it. So he's able to jump back. You say Mustafa drop, and so he just flat out just instincts kick in, drop straight to the ground. What you guys see is standing in the doorway, shoulder to shoulder, taking up the entire width of the porch, are like these two just big, massive mob goons dressed in black suits with purple pinstripes, with a fedora hat and a purple tie, and one just putting his leg down after he gets kicked, and they're raising up guns. And
Men
we
in Black.
go into initiative.
Don't wipe their minds.
Azrael, I think it's going to be a time I'll be able to punch somebody in the face.
I would
Gladly.
agree.
So this is a standard scene. Villains have a setback.
Nice.
They're too wide to get through the door.
They're trying to go at the same time, and they're fighting over the space.
So as you see these villains to move in, they actually do get caught and wedged in the door, and they're trying to move back in. And trying to force their way back inside the door. And so at that point, they just kind of stop, look at each other, and raise up their Tommy guns and open fire. Who is sticking their head out in the hallway?
I was.
I think everybody.
Yeah.
did.
we all.
I was
not
not.
everyone.
Yeah, I was not. I don't have any gun to shoot or anything like that, so I'm
And
not.
I don't deflect
I
bullets.
kind of peeked out and said, "Wrong house, bitches."
Okay, so that means Ava was sticking out, Azrael sticking their head out.
Ufa, yeah.
Ufa actually
is-
stepped out, right?
Oh, yeah.
Iara?
No,
All right, and then there is
Mustafa.
Mustafa on the floor.
And
So-
Max also did not step out.
Right. All right, so will this count 5 or 6? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Mustafa.
No, buddy!
So as Mustafa's trying to crawl away, what you
Pull my
guys
head
see
back.
is the goon just kind of look down and just open up with the Tommy gun on Mustafa.
No.
I see that and pull my head back in.
Okay, and yes, Mustafa gets tagged in the back. So that is going to be an extra die of damage. Mustafa's not wearing armor, and the gun opens up. Mustafa just is trying to crawl away back to safety of the room. You see him flatten out, arm reaches out and just kind of crawls. Blood kind of spews out of his mouth, and he looks up at you. He's like, "I'm sorry, my friend." And he collapses to the ground. The second goon, he kind of nudges his way in, and then he opens up fire. So again, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, I pulled my head back.
Villains first, remember? 1, 2. But you are behind cover, partial cover.
Just your head is out, not the whole
Just
you.
right. So that is going to be, as all of a sudden you look down, your eyes just kind of naturally went down to Mustafa as he's now bleeding out, and all of a sudden the walls around you and the plaster from the walls just kind of pepper your face, and you instinctively pull your head back, but none of the rounds hit. You guys hear some conversation out back. Hurry up, get in there, get out of the way! And Hero's turn.
I'm gonna hit him with my miasma,
Okay.
because that's the poison one.
So you're shooting it.
I'm gonna shoot my potion. I'm gonna load up my potion launcher, click it over to my miasma.
The cylinder on your own just rotates to the proper one.
So let's see. It's gonna be fire. So 18, 23.
23 is going to be an outstanding success.
Cool. So this one is a large blast. Each target must test strength or suffer 2 shock, and test again on next turn. On a success, they only suffer 1 shock, but has to test every turn.
What do they test against?
I don't know.
So strength test versus what?
Doesn't say. Just says test strength.
So it's against strength.
Okay, so what's
You're
the
rolling against their strength, right? Oh, the strength of.
what's the strength of
The
the
DC.
DC?
23.
No, it can't be that high. Can I see it real quick? Sorry.
Yeah.
I hate slowing down combat.
Yeah, the bullet or the ability miasma will have some value, almost for sure. And when he gives it to you, just write it down.
Okay, so each target must test strength or suffer 2 shock on success.
Is there a Greg, a standard 10?
That's what I'm thinking, but it
doesn't say for those ones. It's weird.
Yes, just test a standard strength, or
and there's no damage on it.
miasma does something, right?
So yeah, it's just a standard strength then. A good success avoids damage. On a success suffers 1 shock. A good success, only an outstanding success or a minute of breathing clean air ends the effect. Okay, so it's just going to be a standard DN10, but it is a large blast, and so you're able to get 5 people within it.
Do I still get the bonus die for?
Oh, for the outstanding? Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
So is that 2? Or just
Yes,
the 1?
2.
7.
So 7 points of damage? Mm-hmm. Okay. That is...
I'm confused about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there has to be... what's the base damage of the gun?
Where does it show? Is it in Aurora specifically?
14.
There we go.
That's what it is.
So it's 21.
Yes. Okay. And they have to test against a 14 strength. A D and a 14.
That makes more sense.
That makes more sense. Yeah. I was like 7 is low.
Yeah.
All right, so let's do the strength test first. Oh goodness! So you hear one guy retches, and everyone just kind of starts just coughing and spewing. People outside, like, what the hell was that?
Gross.
I can't stand that sound.
And 21 points of damage because of the outstanding success
For each of them.
for each of them. Oh my gosh! All right. So their toughness is that. And then one guy says, I can't breathe. Listen, this hurts. Don't.
I told you. Wrong house, bitches.
Oh my god, there were 6. All of them went down? All of them? they all died?
Yeah.
Drove them all!
Outstanding success.
Yeah.
I'm glad we checked to see what damage your gun did.
Right?
Because
Yeah.
we
Instead
would have
of just 7.
Yeah. Jesus. Holy cow.
Like I said, wrong house.
You're like, you blow the tip of the...
Damn, Ava.
Okay then.
Okay.
Well, I'd say we move now.
Yeah, we need to
We
go.
don't want to search these bodies?
For what?
Figure out who they belong to? Like,
I'll do a quick,
Mobius, right?
on the outside,
Isn't that what
see
we've
if there's
been saying?
letters in their pockets or whatever.
symbols, anything that would kind of give us an idea of why they're after us.
They're not Asian,
Or how they figured out.
No.
So they're part of Mobius's group, almost assuredly.
So go ahead and roll a find.
Ufa, my friend, is there anything that you wish to do with Mustafa's body?
Oh, fuck.
So
Roll the one.
Okay.
once I've done collected myself,
But I have rolled
rush
mine.
over to
So,
Mustafa.
Eva, like your character, when you go, start searching, just a handful of just warm vomit that your hand just kind of grabs. I mean, you can almost feel the corn in your hands.
Oh!
No.
So you recoil back, and you're done searching.
I'm done too. Nope. I see her do it, and I'm like, no, thank you.
You find nothing then.
All right, so do we need to grab our luggage? Is it still like in the front room where we left it with Ava?
Oh yeah.
All right, so I don't know.
It's not full of bullet holes.
Nope. It was in the living room. They didn't even get a chance to make it through the door.
Azrael, wait. There must be something given to Mustafa. You were going to say, Ufa?
I rush over to him to see if I could stabilize him or anything.
So as you kneel down, he's just kind of laying down, just eyes
Oh,
Come over and put my hand on your shoulder. I think he's gone, bud.
looking accusingly at you.
of course he is. And I say softly to him, I'm sorry to bring this to you, friend. And I close his eyes.
Pool starts to spread of warm blood.
I put my hand on his shoulder. We need to go.
Someone's going to pay for this.
I like your thinking.
And I just stand up like a man on a mission.
Gonna grab our stuff and make our way towards where I think we can get some kind of ferry to Crete or whatever.
Ferry or a plane.
Or plane.
You
Or
can
plane.
fly, right?
I can fly.
He has directions. to
Where's
the airport.
where's a?
I had
An air
directions.
base.
I had directions to it, so
Let's do that.
let's do that. I don't know. Do these like row houses? Do they have a garage or anything?
No, nothing. Yeah, not
Is
a
there
touch
is
garage.
there a car on the street?
There's plenty of cars on the street.
I'm getting one. Did they come in one? I should ask if they came in one.
So
Did they have one big enough for them to fit in, like the height wise?
So you stop and look around. Go ahead and roll find.
Oh, not good at this, but here we go.
Dairy delivery truck.
A U-Haul.
But it wouldn't be a U-Haul from the 40s or 50s. The milkman. He always rings twice.
14.
14. Yeah. So as you start, just kind of all of a sudden kind of pause, like, wait a minute. You think to yourself, where'd these guys come in? And you start looking, and actually start looking down the street. You see, just kind of parked down on the intersection, a Model T Ford that's completely blacked out, that's matching yours. And all of a sudden, what kind of caught your eye though is you see headlights pulling up, a matching Model T Ford like that pulling up behind the first one and parking.
I'm like, there's more behind their vehicle up front.
We need to run.
We need to go.
Let's go out the back.
I go, I'm going to start tossing a little potion. I can do another one. Let's go.
Of that, I'm sure. And I would love to see it, but we need to get out of here.
Let's save ourselves first. Let's go.
Yeah.
Where are you guys going?
Away.
I was given directions to the airfield, but if they're in the most direct path to it, then I'm going to go opposite to see if I can come back around.
So I guess what I'm asking is, are you going on the street or going, go back? I heard somebody saying back door. So are you going the opposite direction on the street or going back into the house and trying to find the back door?
I think
Can
we
we
should
go
go out
around
the
it?
back.
I'm not sure. So the row houses, are they the backyards all abutting each other? Like there's no alleyways to get
Like,
down?
are we gonna have to pole vault all the fences?
You might have to go through different alleys, and so there's no yards. It's just basically alleyways in between each
Okay.
of these rows.
Very good. Okay.
They got there.
alleyways.
They got to the back easily, so there's a way to get here. So we need to go out, and not directly towards the people that are here.
The
Let's get
vehicle
off
just
the street.
vehicle just parked.
All right,
Go.
I yanked someone. I don't care who it is who's next to me, and I run towards the back, and we're going out the back.
All right.
Okay.
Let's go.
I mean, as we're running, I'll be like, well, we could jump in the cars and take the cars and loop back around the front once they're inside.
They came to the back before, so I'm imagining they're going to come to the back now. So we should go run the opposite direction of them.
Okay, fine.
So you guys make your way down the house, all the way into the end of the hallway, and yeah, absolutely, there's a back door there that leads out into the alley.
Perfect. That's where we're going.
So you guys open up the door and you pile out. In which manner are you guys going now? Is it like this loud run, or trying to be a little bit quiet about
Quiet.
it?
I'd be
Okay.
quiet about it. Yeah.
Okay,
I mean, like, we didn't go out the front door because then they'd see us.
right.
So why would we go out the back door and be loud about it?
Just
Yeah.
making sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes the adrenaline of the chase gets
Yes.
away.
And it's still late in the evening, so there's not a lot of ambient street noise.
Correct. And so there's the sounds of downtown activity coming out from various just businesses and whatnot. Some of the nightlife stuff. Mustafa didn't live in the the downtown business district, so it's not the bustling hubbub that would be.
Periodic stray cat.
All right, so you guys are moving down the alleyways.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, where are you going?
I'm gonna go try to get to the next street over to
Okay.
see if I can find a vehicle that I can get into.
So what I need you to do then is to go ahead and roll streetwise.
All right.
Ufa, what is your plan?
My plan is to get a vehicle. I just got a 10, by the way.
So
roll
keep
it.
rolling.
So you keep rolling.
Do you have ads in streetwise?
I do.
Okay, then keep on rolling.
14 for streetwise.
14? Yeah, no problem. You're able to maneuver yourself back in. As a matter of fact, you think you can maneuver yourself back to their 2 original cars.
Perfect. So I'm like, follow me. We're going to get one of their vehicles. We're going to take off and get to the airfield, and then we can hopefully find a plane that's ready to go. I'm thinking that's probably going to be the best way to get out of this situation.
Do you have a way to get the conveyance moving?
I'm sorry?
Can you drive it? Can you start it?
I mean, they probably left the keys in the vehicle. I don't know.
Okay.
Worst case scenario, we'll just, push it and roll start it.
Okay. I don't know what that is, but that's fine.
I've heard of the concept.
Yeah. You're like, I get that.
Yeah.
So everybody roll mine for me.
We need to put Barry out of his misery.
Whoop. Just threw it over there.
10.
Oh, that's 2 10s. Oh my goodness.
11.
11?
Hold on, I'm still rolling. I keep rolling 10s. 5.
Oh, shit. Okay.
16.
Eva, as you guys are moving along...
I rolled a 1.
I rolled a 4.
He's like, ooh, squirrel.
Yeah. I'm very focused on my mission.
Exactly. and so and the 2 people having the conversation are Max and Ufa, so that you guys are just kind of focused on that. The 2 of you are kind of listening. Ava, you have the presence of mind to start looking around again, and as you look up on the rooftops, you see these black shadowy figures trailing you guys.
What do they look like?
They
Like
look
little
like
ninjas?
black shadowy ninja figures.
Guys, we got a problem.
What
Another
now?
one. Look up. We
told
got
you we were being-
ninjas.
I look up and I'm like, I don't believe that the people that are against us are that nimble.
I told you. We
Have
were
you
being
seen these
watched.
people? They have no legs.
So when you stop and actually draw attention, the movement is going to just kind of seems to blend
Like
into the
smoke?
shadows. Not quite pop smoke, but just disappear into the shadows.
We need to get that car now.
told
Let's
you
go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I told you we were being watched.
Yeah, I'm making my way towards the vehicle that parked
Making your way
behind
downtown.
the other 2.
Walking fast.
Don't like that noise.
As
Go
this,
quicker.
as something just lobs down and looks like it's going to come from over the from on the rooftops and lands down, and it looks like it's going to land down where you guys are running. Everybody make a dex roll.
Ugh.
Okay.
15 for me.
15.
I need to give you this.
19.
Yeah, I'll do that too. I was gonna go with it, but I'm like, no, I don't think so.
19.
Okay.
I'm also going to use adrenaline, add +3 to your dexterity, strength, or related skill total.
Okay.
18. That was much
13.
better than the 2 originally I had.
Same.
Okay, so everybody who made a 16 is able to actually jump and roll out of the way. The 2 people, so it'll be Ufa and Azrael. This black bomb, or like this black circular object with a little fuse burning out of it, just lands down and catches you guys in the blast. That is going to be... What is your dodge?
Dodge 14.
14, so this is a standard success. What is your dodge?
10.
10, that is going to be a good success. So, Azrael, on you... Yikes.
Oh no.
That is going to be 14, 19, 21 damage and blast and explosion.
Oh, good lord. Where do I
For
have
you,
that?
that is going to be 14 points of damage.
This number off of it.
Off of 21?
Yep. Off the total.
What am I taking?
Okay.
And then you
Your
take
toughness.
the damage. Why am I forgetting this?
Yeah, how much? I'm forgetting how to do
think
So
we've
damage.
ever added on.
what's your toughness?
6.
Oh, so 6
whatever-
minus
yeah.
21 minus 6 is
15.
15. That is going to
You're
be
13, difference of 13.
3 wounds, 6 shock.
Are you knocked out?
No.
Wasn't 3 wounds knocked out?
I thought 3 wounds was.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
thought that was the max.
Yeah, you can immediately soak with a.
And for you, how many? So what's
My
your
toughness is 6.
toughness is 6, and it was 14. So that's
Why did
8.
8 there?
That is going to be 1 wound, 2 shock.
Okay.
So let's get to
Wait.
Azrael.
Okay, this says. Tell me if this is a test or not, because it says play after an opponent has successfully completed a test. It's not a test.
No,
is
it's
it?
not a test. It's an attack.
What about second chance? This allows immediately reattempt any action. The new test takes the place of the failed one.
Yes, this because
There we
you
go.
attempted the dodge. So she can trade it.
Trade it.
Okay, what do you? I'll let you. Like,
give me-
pick whatever you want.
Number 1.
She still thinks it.
Here. There you go.
All right, so I'm gonna play second chance. Immediately you attempt any action. The new test takes the place of the failed one.
So you can attempt the dodge, reattempt the dodge. You know what you need to make.
A lot. So,
We've got possibilities.
Can I play another
Yeah.
card by chance? Or can I play a card?
Yes. So what card are you going to play?
Supporter, which play to add 3 to any of the character's total.
Don't do what I'm doing.
There, take that. Just make
Alright.
sure. Don't forget to add 3.
so I need to have a dodge, a big dodge.
You need a big dodge.
Okay. That didn't do it last time, so I'm going to use a possibility so I can have more dodge.
I only have like a recover shock.
So
Plus 3. So remember,
24.
24. So
I crouching tiger, hidden dragon.
So for a brief moment, everybody actually sees this bomb come down, explode, land right next to Azrael, and you see the shrapnel of it just actually pierce her body as she flies back against the wall, just lay still, and before she actually hits the ground, everyone just kind of gets this weird reality wash, and when you come back in the moment again, you see Azrael actually doing these fucking backflips away from...
Are you using the lightning to blast the ground to give you the momentum?
However, Ufa, you took 1 wound and 2 shock.
All right. So the explosion goes off. I go and smack the wall, and I land face first. You can see my hand disappear into my jacket, and I pull something out, and I put it on my face. As I look back up, you can see the eyes glow yellow. The face is of a jackal. The mask that I'm wearing is of a jackal. It sheens in the night. You can see the hieroglyphics in gold appear over this black, like onyx black surface.
He's one of them. You're a masked person? I don't have time for this.
The mystery man.
I look up, and I can actually see in the night. I look up at their general direction of who threw the bomb.
So when you look up, you can see actually tucked underneath the shadows and hidden 4 figures dressed completely in black. The only thing that you can see is just openings around their eye. You can see various weaponry put on their back and around their waist, and they seem to be surprised that you are actually looking directly at them. Ladies and gentlemen, meet the Twilight Jackal.
The Twilight.
The full name is the Twilight Jackal of Cairo.
Is he one of the masked people?
It appears so.
Like the Raven and the other one?
So roll mind.
We don't have time for that. In my head, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have time to digest this.
I have a 13.
13. From what you recalled and what you remembered, the Twilight Jackal was not named among the mystery men.
So does everybody know that meme with that like blonde lady and all the math is like right here, like she's really confused? That's what's happening to me right now.
That's literally what you talked about your inner monologue before. I'm like, we don't have time to digest all this stuff. This is new stuff. We don't have time for this.
She's the
You-
one that
you got
helps me out of
anything
my
else?
thinking. Like, start the car. Yo.
Jackal, what do you do?
You got anything else hidden in there besides a fancy mask?
I yell, "Stay behind me!" but run towards the vehicle.
And at that, we move into initiative. So standard scene and villains are first.
Of course they are.
So at that, you see
Mother.
one more black, black circular object with the fuse out, and everyone can see the light of the fuse landing as it lands down, and they attempt to blow. And it ends up hitting an overhang and landing up on the overhang, rolling down and getting caught in the gutter. So then at that point, as you look up, you can see the black clad figures pull out blowguns and start aiming down at you guys.
Mother.
Oh, good.
Oh my.
Good God.
Okay.
We can outrun Lady Nightbird, but we can't take on little ninjas.
So, Jackal, on you, that is going to be, what is your dodge?
Dodge is 14.
Dodge is 14. Let me grab my...
Is it a big enough blast that it can get us all?
No, it got caught in the storm drain, so in game mechanics, they missed. Okay, so...
The water in the gutter put the fuse out. Yeah.
All right, so that is going to be a
Another
27 that he got to hit on you. So that is an outstanding success. So what you feel is going to be 8 points of damage, and it gets right into the neck. And so the tip of the dart that they went just enters in, and you can feel heat start just radiating out through your body. Let's see here. Azrael, on you, it is going to be what's your dodge?
Greg, you said
10.
8 points of damage to him. What does that relate to? Is that two shock?
It's 2 difference for him.
Oh, excuse me. Yes, so that's just going to be 2 shock.
You said 8?
8 points
Yeah.
of damage.
What- or-
Okay,
Because what's your
actually,
toughness?
my toughness is actually 8 now because I'm wearing a mask.
Oh, okay.
So
Fancy.
nothing happens.
So,
Well, I don't know. Yeah.
so you don't take the physical damage because of the mask, but it's able to get into the bloodstream.
Okay, got you.
So we'll deal with the bloodstream on beginning of next turn, the poison. So what is your dodge, Azrael?
10.
10, that is going to be a good success. So 4 points of damage. What is your toughness?
6.
6. So it doesn't pierce it, but with you as well, you can feel a little bit of prick, doesn't cause damage, but then all of a sudden from the sight, you feel warmth just spreading from your body. And then, Eva, what is your dodge?
13.
13. I beat you by... So I have 21, so I beat you by 8. That is going to be a good success. 2 points of damage from the dart. What is your toughness?
12.
12. So again, you actually take no damage, but like everything else, you can feel the poison start to run through your body.
Can I, obviously I'm not going to go, oh, that sucks, and leave it. Can I, even though it got me, can I still,
Oh, instinctively, absolutely.
Yeah,
You just kinda reach out and
instinctively
pull
rip it out, yeah.
Yep. But that is their turn, so that was 4. Heroes, you're up.
I am going to fucking torch one of them. One of them.
One of them.
Pick one, I don't know. One
So the
close
bomb
to me.
thrower, let's say.
17.
Ooh, so what are you casting?
Lightning.
Lightning. So as your hands just crackle and you send up the blade, you see him just almost do a backflip away from it. So he just kind of jumps up, does this backflip as he tries to get up a little higher on the ledge, but your lightning catches his foot.
Fucking ninjas.
I thought you were about to tell me
I know,
no, and I was
right?
like, well, now you all know what you have to roll. Okay. So
So damage on the lightning is 14.
it's 16 damage.
16
and
damage.
ignores 4 armor.
And his toughness is 12, but 2 of it is armor because of the mask, and so 10. So toughness of 10.
Okay.
So that's going to be a difference of 6, 1 wound. What do we see? Getting back into Torg combat.
Yeah.
What's happening?
I was like, do I get any? I don't get any bonus dice because of that, do I? Because those are.
He's dead.
It was only a good success or standard success.
Okay, so I missed that part.
Yeah. So
He backflips into my lightning.
well, the lightning caught his foot.
It caught his foot, and
Yeah.
it, zipped up his nerves or whatever, and just fried him, and he flunks.
So what you see is you see him like in mid backflip, all of a sudden just all of his grace stopped and he thumped against the wall and just down. Who's next?
Did he fall down to the ground where we are, or is he still up on the roof?
Still up on the roof.
How high
I'm
are these
gonna-
roofs?
About 2 stories, so 20 feet.
Are they
Okay.
all on different roofs, or is there any of them near each other, like within a small blast?
No, they're not. They're not together in a small blast.
All right, I'll just go for the next closest one. I'm
Okay.
gonna use my liquid fire shell.
Okay, go ahead and fire.
22.
22 hits. That is, so dodge of 16, that's going to be 6. So good success.
So just 1 dice.
Yes.
So, so this is 14 damage plus 5, so 19, and then I also get an extra bonus die.
Ouch, 19.
Another 5, so it's 24.
That beats their toughness of 12 by 12. That is 2 wounds, 4 shock. What do we see?
Just second that shell hits him, he just combusts into flame, and then he's just running around like a chicken, screaming.
So as he's just running around, he's like, ah, and then he runs off the roof, and you see this burning corpse just splat down on the ground, and the scream ends, but the stench of burning flesh is coming up and now hits you guys' nose. Who's next?
I can't see anything up there, right? Or because of the lightning and the fire and all that, I can't.
No, you're able to catch the ones, but the lightning and fire took care of those 2 that it hit. So unless you have any way to be able to see through them,
staying on watch. If I see anything down below, actually at this point, I'll shoot.
yeah, because you failed your initial, and okay, sounds good. Who's next?
Do I know that she killed the one? Am I like aware of that?
He was screaming when he landed, and then screaming when he fell. When he landed, no more screams.
Up at the top, the one on the roof,
The lightning one.
the lightning one.
Oh yeah, his graceful jump backflip just ended, and he thudded into the roof and then went down. So you can tell that there's 2 left
Okay,
because you have a dark night vision, right?
I do.
Yeah.
I also this is a how the game works kind of question. Can I create a zombie that I can't see the person? Can I feel the dead body since I'm a necromancer?
I mean, you did see it die, and you saw the body, and you kind of know the general area of it.
And there's the body of the burning guy on the ground.
Yeah, I want the one that's up there with the rest of them, though.
Oh, so I'm sorry, they were on the same side.
Okay.
So basically along the roof.
Yep.
So here's the alleyway that you guys are in.
Okay.
So there's 2 on on each
Oh,
end,
okay.
and then 2 right here. So this one got fried by lightning.
Gotcha.
This one got felled by fire and is flat. So these 2 are on this side.
Okay, got it. Then I will cast fear towards those 2 on the other side.
Okay. Is it area of effect or per target or just targets?
It is range of 50 meters with a large blast area.
They're far enough away to stay out of a blast area.
Okay. From me or from each other?
Basically, they're a distance enough to not get
gotcha,
caught
okay.
in a blast area.
Okay, so I just
Which
get
should
one.
tell you these guys are a little more tactical than the goons.
Gotcha. So I can get one of them.
You can get one of them.
Okay.
Nice.
So it's against their willpower or spirit.
Willpower or spirit, that is going to be... Do I pick the lowest or do they get the choice?
It just says targets willpower or spirit.
So 11,
Okay, and I 24.
24 beats them. That outstanding success.
So outstanding is the target becomes very stymied and suffers 2 shock.
Okay, Jackal.
So I have both my pistols out and I'm aiming towards, and I can see them, right?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, I look directly at him and unload. From what I
The
remember,
last one remaining?
Yeah.
Okay.
From what I understand, last time when you're using 2 pistols, you roll 2-1, but you subtract 2.
You're correct.
From the total. Okay. And I'm going to double tap as well, so it'd only be -1. But that is 14.
14. So as you come up, pop up, and go to double tap,
Yeah.
you see the black clad figures kind of just round to the side as the 2 just go right by his head where he was.
And I'm going to raise the other one and
Okay.
raise him one more. Oh, that's way better. 21.
21 will be a good success.
All right.
Fuck yeah.
And that's 1 bonus die, or is it 2?
1 bonus
1.
die.
Okay, 5 plus... That is 18.
18 is toughness is 12, so that is going to be a difference of 6. That is 1 wound, 2 shock. What do we see?
As he moves to the side, and he's like, "Oh, I got that." Looks back, and as soon as he locks eyes with me again, that bullet just takes right through the eye.
So those that actually see it, just the head just kind of thump,
Yep.
and just crumples. On the backside of the wall, there's a spatter of blood and brain matter and gore, little chunks of skull that are starting to just slowly slide down the wall. And that is the end of the round.
Well, before the round ends, with the held action, nothing's come. I'm going to start leaning into another power of mine. I am going to give it an attempt first. Let's see what happens.
Horrible failure.
No, actually, it's not for me, not with that skill. So that is a 10. And a 10, I'm assuming, is a standard, right?
Well,
Standard success?
10 typically is what the success is going to be.
So
Standard.
there's going to be good and outstanding, and then just the basic one. So it's
So
10 and
standard?
basic?
Yeah.
All right. So what I have is copycat. It gives me the ability to enter someone's mind, willing or unwilling, and basically take skills from them. And I know that Ava has fire combat, so I'm going to be pulling a skill level. It doesn't steal it from you, it just gives it to me. I'm going to be able to pull 1 point, so I'll have an additional add for if you have. Now, I haven't seen the character sheet. If you don't have fire combat, I don't get to pull it.
Oh yes, I have 5 ads in that, so
Good.
that's up to 18.
So I will take 1.
Does-
You don't lose it, but I get it.
So all of a sudden, just kind of like in your mind, you feel Max's presence, and you feel him asking for assistance to be able to shoot.
That is the action. I
Okay.
don't have an additional action.
no additional
we're back
action?
to the next round. Mhm.
And you also get the feeling that the ask is just more of a courtesy.
If I make it outstanding, I can pull 5 points.
Oh my!
Well,
Something I haven't been doing.
I'm gonna look over at you then and be like, next time, ask for consent.
And what am I going backwards here?
Or you may
Standard
find
scene,
some.
villains first, and they have an up,
Which means
which means that they get to roll again. So
Wow.
the one black-clad figure that is left, he is stymied.
Very stuck.
He is very stymied. He backflips off, away from the roofs, away from you guys. So let's make sure that.
I put a drama card in.
I put second wind in.
I put flurry.
I'm putting Inspire, play to give all Storm Knights their choice of 1 possibility, a draw from Destiny deck, or recover 3 shock.
These are discard ones, right?
yes.
So when you guys look up, and what you can see, those can see, you can actually see him just doing backflips away from the alley where you guys were overlooking, and move inward into the city, away from the fight.
Nope, don't follow.
Coward.
He's teasing us.
Nope.
Let's get in the car.
To the vehicles.
To the vehicles! Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Yeah.
As you just hear this music kind of seem to coming from the background as everyone just starts running towards.
We are in the Nile.
They start running to the vehicle. So as you run over to the vehicle, and which one are you going for, the first one or the second one?
Is there anybody in the second one?
Roll finds.
Okay. Oh.
Or we could take both. And then they
don't
can't
wanna
follow
be
us.
separated.
It's not good. It's a 0.
It's the way that is parked in the street lamps is just under shadow and you can't see.
Could I use the X-ray vision that I have?
Yes. Yes, you can. How does that work?
Where was this kind of shit when we were in the living lands?
It was hidden from me too. Okay, so
Can I use
Can I use my X-ray vision?
It's only when I'm the Twilight Jackal, okay?
I just like pull my cloak tighter. This makes me feel uncomfortable.
You know, I feel like I should have expected this when he magically turned into a Nile character. I was like, oh, that's nice. I should have been like, okay, what fucking superhero
What else do
is
you
he?
have?
Okay.
I mean, I couldn't help myself.
I'm just staring at you.
I want to watch
suspiciously.
our game as a movie.
right?
So add a character. Can you see this all playing out on a movie screen?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, like this ragtag bunch of like really unrelated types of characters
Yeah.
being in a group.
I've got my work cut out for me with art.
Well,
Especially with him, you got 3 different things you have to
Yep.
draw.
3
up in.
different concept
And
ideas.
And what we've also actually are thinking is taking the Breifne Crown and writing it up as a full adventure and trying to maybe like sell it on Drive-Thru RPG or even Kickstarter or something like that.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be awesome.
I'll get a bunch of the fan art going with it.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically, the art in the book is going to be, your characters done by yours truly.
Yeah.
So, okay, back to character. What
All right,
X-ray vision do?
so
Anyway,
X-ray
Mr.
vision.
X-ray vision.
The hero can see through one layer of solid object as if it wasn't there, such as seeing through a closed safe. If it's dark inside a
Layer up.
closed object, a hero can see as if that space is illuminated.
Do you have to roll or anything?
No, it just says that you can see through it.
So as you start just in the dark and the shadow, and then you just kind of focus the mask, your vision through the mask of the jackal, and it quite clearly comes, and you see just one big beefy driver just kind of sitting by the vehicle, and you can see him just kind of bouncing a little bit as the vehicle is idling.
How about to the left? Is there? Can I see? I can see through that too, but
In the second
the
vehicle?
next vehicle over.
Just no. The first one that everyone is out, but in the second vehicle that pulled up,
Yeah.
there's one driver there.
Okay. I wonder if I'm allowed to do this. So my plan is to just run over there and just gun this guy down in the seat and pull him out.
It's the Nile.
I'm gonna do it.
I
So
think we should take both cars because then they can't follow us.
So all of a sudden, it just kind of stops, and you see the jackal just kind of focus, and then he takes off running to the vehicle.
You can
Where's
see
he
me.
going?
I'm going
You
with
see
them.
me running towards the driver's seat. I get both guns out towards the window, and then I jump over and I shoot down through the actual roof.
And so,
Like as you're doing a
I'm just
upside
doing
down
that.
roll.
Bow, bow, bow.
as he's running, you hear a "Hey!" come from inside the vehicle, and he is surprised, so he will not get an action this turn. Do your action.
Okay.
Can I do an ad if he's running, then I slide up and do a
Still 10.
cups with my hands, and he steps in my hands, and I
Yes.
Okay.
So you
Like,
kind of
launch him up,
you
like
see him
it's
what's coming.
gymnastics.
So you make a run, and so Jackal, as you take off running, you see Azrael kind of cut down, just step down in front of you, go to her knees, and cup her hands.
Awesome.
slip in my hands, throw
Yeah,
you
push
up.
me up.
So you step up on the hands, you stand up, and all of a sudden you are leaping in air upside down
Yeah.
as you fire.
So you get 1+1 from me.
Okay.
Goes
so
to slow-mo.
that would
Yes.
be 17 to hit for the first one.
17 to hit for the first one. His dodge, he's actually behind the vehicle, so he is penalized on that dodge. That is going to be an outstanding success.
Woo! All right. So that's 6,
That's 5. Add another one.
5, 8.
And then add another one. 'Cause it's an outstanding success.
Oh, that's right. Oh man. 9. Rolled a 1. It's be 13 plus 9.
22.
22.
So, so as Azrael kind of kneels down, cups her hands, lifts the jackal up, the rest of you guys seeing just in this weird kind of sense, you see this just slow motion as the jackal just kind of turns upside down, has both guns while he's upside down, just one shot kind of behind his back. Boom! Fires. What do we see?
You can see the bullet go down straight down the center of his head towards his body, and I did that to make sure I didn't make a mess inside the vehicle. I land on the other side. I crack open the door. I grab him by the by his
Oh,
jacket.
hang on.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So as you come down and then back to normal, things kind of land. As you land, the bullet here, and he kind of goes forward, hits the horn, and you're
Damn it! Grab him by the shirt.
So you open up
pull
the
his
door, open it, pull him out, and so then you hear "Hey!" down from the apartment as
running
they heard
into
the horn.
I'm running up to the car because I was
Yeah.
kind of following.
I mean, this
I
one-
call shotgun.
This one was already idling, so the keys are in it. I'm like,
Let's
go, 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 go,
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
Drop my claws.
Okay.
I know how vehicles work. I will take out the tires on the other one.
So as you start running up, you're slashing the tires. These are hard rubber tires, so they're not air. They're not used to what you're doing.
Okay.
So you're not going to be able to just kind of run and slash. You're going to have to actually attack.
Okay.
They're solid.
Yeah. The old school Model Ts didn't mess around.
21.
Oh yeah, they're just
21 will definitely the first one slash through. So I mean it's an outstanding success. So
I'll do the second one on that side. I figure.
Oh wait,
as I see what go do your thing.
I have a grenade. We can toss one in as we run by.
I was gonna set and bury.
Well, you were running ahead of me. I can't stop you from throwing a grenade in there, but
So you're running. So you got into the vehicle.
Yep.
Got in the vehicle.
You got in the vehicle. So you were running, yell shotgun, and stomp like, "Hey, I have a grenade!" Iara.
I was gonna cast Sudden Burial on it after I see him doing stuff.
So you
to it.
stop to cast. We're going to go into initiative because they have Tommy guns.
Oh,
So, initiative. First one. Villains first, but they have a setback.
Are they too wide to get through the doorways again?
No. So as the first one comes, you hear a hey, and he turns and starts to run and trips on the stairs, falls, and then the others that come running up back, they actually trip and fall on top of each other as they roll down the stairs in one big mass of huge goon heaps, arms and guns and legs and purple fedoras rolling down from the...
Complete opposite of the ninjas.
Heroes are up.
I think we just need to go.
Yeah.
Like,
Like, you want to throw the grenade in there, you could do it as we drive away. I mean,
Yeah.
but
Sounds
then
good.
again, I'm not talking to you
yeah,
at this
we
point,
need
so
to go.
it's your decision.
Like,
yeah.
no more dawdling.
I was
we
planning
need to
on
go.
throwing it in as we went by it, so
Okay,
I'm
cool.
running back over to the car to get in.
So as you're running through the door and you guys are getting in, what we need right here is initiative card. If villain or heroes are first, you get away before the grenade explodes. If villains are up, the grenade explodes.
I'm revving the engine.
And
let's go.
heroes first! Yes! As you guys peel out, and also you hear as the initial explosion of the grenade happens, and then it catches the gas tank of the Model Ford, and then the bigger explosion as you guys are rolling away at high speed with the lights of the fire behind you, and we are going to end that session here.
He pulls the secret lever and it turns into the Batmobile.
Thank you for joining us on another NCRP Productions podcast. We couldn't do this without you, so please like and subscribe everywhere we're found, including YouTube, Facebook, Anchor, Google, Apple, Spotify, and other great podcast sites. If you'd like to help us continue making more content, we'd love to have your support on our Patreon. And we'd like to give a special shout out to our current patrons, our Siegson Employees of the Month, Michael H., Greg K., F.S., and our Breaker of Seals, Frank H., Christopher C., Matthew K. Thank you all. We truly, truly appreciate it. And a very special thanks to our fantastic artist, Jacob Blackmon, who you can reach on his Patreon under his name, or Deviant Art under the name Prodigy Duck.